Hey gang, still going on the mindset idea. Just have a question. If you're waiting for the right time to get started, if you're waiting for when you'll have the money, or you're waiting for after a vacation, or you're waiting for the kids to go back to school, or you're waiting for a day when you feel better, or you're waiting for after the summer because you want to have your fun in the summer at the beach and barbecues and parties and enjoy everything during the summer, all the parties. You know, there's never going to be a good time. That's kind of the problem, is that when you justify like that, you can keep it going out, because after the summer you're going to hit going back to school, and once you get back into a routine, then you're going to have Halloween hit, and there's going to be candy all over the house. And then when Halloween is over, you roll right into Thanksgiving. And again, that's something that most people have built a habit of eating. They have an overfilled table where everybody overeats on that one day for Thanksgiving. You also have, right after Thanksgiving, Christmas rolling in, and then you have New Year's Eve, and you have all these events that you want to look your best for, but you don't want to sacrifice or stick to a plan in the summer, or stick to a plan in September, or stick to a plan in October. So this just keeps rolling, and once you get into January and New Year's, most people make a resolution to get healthier, but then February 14th comes, and typically people get candy and go out to dinner and have champagne, and again right back into eating habits. And after that you have St. Patrick's Day, and St. Patrick's Day is a drinking holiday. And then you have trying to think what comes next. You roll right into Memorial Day, and then into 4th of July, and now you're back in the summer. And I skipped Easter in there because Easter kind of moves around, but Easter too, chocolate eggs, boiled eggs, big family dinner, lots of appetizers, my house drinks. So there's always going to be a reason not to start this month. And the problem is, at some point you just have to make the decision to start. And as I've talked about before, if your issue is money, if you think you can't afford it, there's always going to be issues in your life. There's always going to be costs. And like I said, I've done the math before. When I went on plan myself, I was concerned that I couldn't afford it. And I said, well, I'm going to cut out pedicures. I'm going to cut out manicures. I'm going to cut out getting coffee at Starbucks. I'm going to cut out getting a massage every once in a while. I'm going to, cut out everything I could think of that was an extra. And what I do, because now I want to reward myself for doing well, is I give myself one of those things. That becomes my reward, so I can have a healthy reward that is not tied to food. So instead of saying I did good, I'm going to go out and celebrate by having a great big saucy dinner, no, I'm going to go get a pedicure, and I'm going to feel good about myself, or I'm going to go get a massage. And basically, by cutting those things back, I think I ended up saving more than $250 a month. And that was a big thing to covering the cost of program. And you're also not buying all the other junk food that you used to. So that helps with getting yourself to a place where it's affordable. And really, everybody can afford it. It may mean cutbacks here and there, but when you look at what you're spending in the grocery store, and I know in the grocery store, or when you're purchasing food out as your daily food, you're laying out 10, $15 for food as you're buying it at the fast food places. But if you're going to the grocery store once a week, you're laying out $100, $200 every week for your food. So in the end of a month, it totals out to the same amount that you were already spending. But the difference is with our plan, you have to pay it up front. You have to pay for a box for a month. But then you're going to go through the rest of that month having your food on hand. And it makes it much easier to make healthy choices. So I'm just going to leave that out there. Mindset, sometimes you can't always say, I'll start tomorrow. Someday has to be today, because you'll find an excuse forever to make it tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. So with that, I'm going to say have a wonderful evening. Love you all. Blessings, joy, peace, happiness, bliss,